Good morning. Today is week 6, day 4, and we're gonna be counting money. The daily word map has 4 problems. The first one is 8 plus 6. We're gonna add 8 plus 6 by decomposing the 6 into 2 plus 4. So the 2, we can use them to make a 10 with this 8. So now we have a 10 and 4 left over from the 6. So 8 plus 6 equals 14. The next problem is 3 plus 9. In 3 plus 9, we're gonna decompose the least number again, 3. We're gonna decompose it in 2 plus 1. So that we take the 1 to fill in this 10 frame to make a 10. So now we have a 10 and a 2, which equals 12. 3 plus 9 equals 12. Next problem is 5 plus 7. In 5 plus 7, we're gonna decompose the least number, which is 5. So we're gonna decompose that in 3 plus 2. 3, so that we use those 3 to make a 10. So 5 plus 7 is the same as 10 plus 2, which is 12. The next problem is 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 does not even make 10, because we have 4 blanks here on 6 and only 3 to fill in, so that means that we don't make a 10. 6 plus 3 equals 9. I want you all to be very good at adding and subtracting mentally. But before you can do that, you have got to practice with your 10 frame and your counters a lot, the way we just did. So maybe your mom, your dad, some adult at home can help you make one of these 10 frames, and here's how. I'm using a ruler to trace a rectangle 5 inches long by 2 inches wide, with marks every inch. So then I trace those extra lines inside. That gives us 10 squares. The first money problem today says Enrique had 2 quarters, 2 dimes, 5 pennies, and 3 nickels in his wallet. So they're telling you to draw the coins, which is cool, and then add the coins, which is also cool. In order to add, you have to be able to skip count really, really well. That's what I did with the pennies and the nickels. You notice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15. I added the dimes. 10 plus 10 equals 20. But I could have just skip count. 10, 20. And look what I did with the quarters. 25 plus 25 equals 50. But I could also skip count. 25, 50. So the key is to skip count really well. And I suspect that the hardest for you all is skip count by 25s. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200. Practice this with real quarters at home. The next step is to add the amounts that we found. 50 plus 20, 5 plus 15, and finally 70 plus 20 cents. 70 plus 20 equals 90. 90 cents is the total amount of money. The next part of the problem says that Enrique spent 25 cents. That means that we need to subtract 25 cents. So there at the bottom you see the subtraction. 90 minus 25 equals 65. At the top you see the diagram, tape diagram, which represents the same subtraction. 90 is the big rectangle, and then you subtract that little part that is 25 cents, the little rectangle. Now in the middle we have the arrow way, which is just another way to subtract. From 90 you subtract only 20 to make it to 70, and then 5 more to make it to 65, which is the answer. The next problem is similar to the first one. It says Lisa has 2 dimes and 4 pennies in one pocket and 4 nickels and 1 quarter in the other pocket. How much money does she have in all? So she's not spending any money, so that's good news. We don't have to subtract any money that she spent. We just need to add one pocket plus the other. So remember, you don't have to draw the coins because they did that for you, but you have to find the total for each denomination, each kind of coin. So 10, 20, write it down here. Those were the dimes. The pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, write it down here. Then the nickels, 5, 10, 15, 20, write it down. And finally 25, write it down here. Then these 2 would be one pocket, so add these 2. And these 2 would be the other pocket, so add those 2. And then in the final equation over here, this blank would be pocket number 1 and this blank would be pocket number 2, and the total. Next problem says, Ricardo has 3 quarters, 1 dime, 1 nickel, and 4 pennies. He gave 68 cents to his friend. How much money does Ricardo have left? So step 1, draw the coins. Write down inside the circles, write down the value of each coin. You're going to find the total and you're going to write down that total here at the top of the diagram. But then remember that the problem said he gave 68 cents to a friend. That's that 68 that they put down here in the diagram. So because he's giving it away, you're going to subtract the total that you found minus the 68, and that will give you the amount of money that he has left. Here in the equation, the first box is going to be for the total money that he has, the coins that they mentioned, and then you're going to subtract the 68 cents. So the last blank is for the answer, how much money he has left. So that's the end of the video for today. Tomorrow we will solve 2 more problems about counting money. I'll see you tomorrow.